Today's video, I'm covering 3 of my favorite, what I call ripple effect habits. Small little things that you can do on a daily basis that create a lot of influence over the course of your entire quality of life, your workouts, and your diet and nutrition. Ripple effect habit number 1, keep a consistent bedtime. Sleep alone is one of those things that can make massive differences in everything in your life. Decreased depression, hormone regulation, management of your weight, building muscle, performance, everything you want is a lot easier to achieve from better sleep habits. And it's high time we got rid of these old macho ideas of I'll sleep when I'm dead and sleep is for the weak kind of nonsense. When you have a consistent bedtime, you have consistent sleep habits. The better your consistency of your sleep habits are, the better the consistency of everything in your life can potentially be. A good bedtime gives you a bit of a deadline for every single day. It forces you to structure out what you do during the day, your meals, your workouts, your activities, everything else in your life can fall in line in a habitual, structured, healthy way simply because you have a consistent bedtime. The second ripple effect habit is keeping a workout log. When you have your workout down on paper, that automatically gives you consistency. It gives you a game plan. It ensures that you're not just wandering around aimlessly without any direction that you're trying to head into. The second thing that a workout log does is it causes you to stop, assess, and analyze what you are doing. That one thing alone can make all the difference in the world because your success depends on progressing one tiny percent or even a fraction of a percent from one workout to the next. And most of the time, that progression can only be found when we stop and think about what we did and how we can do it better. And keeping it down on paper, one, causes you to pause and reflect and like, all right, this is what I did. And then you think to yourself, well, how do I improve this next time? Well, shoulders back on the push-ups felt pretty good. Better make sure I remember that. You write it down. Human memory is not a very trustworthy thing. Never trust your success to your memory. So you write it down. Then when it comes time for your push-up workout, you open it up, be like, oh, this is what I did. This is what I need to do to succeed. This is my plan for today. So simple. However, it can make all the difference in the world between a workout that's productive and a workout that's largely a waste of your time. And finally, the third ripple effect habit is having a grocery list. Kind of does the same sort of thing as having a workout log. It gives you structure. It gives you direction. It helps you think and analyze what you're going to do in the future. It helps you think about what you did in the past. And it helps you stay on track for when you're grocery shopping. It also ensures that you have much more control over your diet as a whole. Remember, there's only 3 things you need to control with a diet: what you eat, how much you eat, and to a degree, when you're eating. When you're making and preparing your own food, you're in much more control of all 3 of those things. If someone else is always making your food, or you're just leaving it to, again, the willy-nilly of I'll eat whenever I can get to it or whatever's available, you don't have much control over your own diet and the influences of that a diet can bring to you. So having the ability to grocery shop means you're preparing a lot of your own food. That means you're thinking about what you're going to eat for the next week. It also causes you to pause and think, all right, well, this is what I ate last week. How did that handle for me? Well, I didn't eat enough of X, Y, and Z. You write it down and say, get like 2 dozen eggs instead of 1 dozen eggs, for example. It causes you to reflect and assess and think of what can you do to improve for the next week. It also keeps you from spending too much money. You go into the grocery store and say, this is my list, this is what I need to get. I always leave a couple of like free items on my grocery list so that I can have some flexibility to it, like 2 free items, but it also keeps me from overdoing it. Like sometimes I'll just make an impulse purchase. It's like, okay, this is my free item. But if I've got like 3 or 4 impulse purchases in my cart, then I'm like, well, I've only got 2 here. I got to put something back, or is one better than the other? So it keeps your diet on track, helps you plan, keeps your budget on track a little bit more, and it allows you to eat better for less and ensure that your diet doesn't get away from you as much. So there you go, my 3 ripple effect habits: consistent bedtime, keep a workout log, have a grocery list. Again, most of you watching this will never abide by these habits, but the 1% of you who do, you're gonna see some major influences and changes through your quality of life, quality of your workouts, and the quality of your diet and nutrition. Questions down below. Be fit, Live free.